Who cares about your well-being? Yes, you heard it right. Who cares about your well-being? You think the people whom you consider as parents, they care about your well-being? Looks like a joke, isn't it? It's certainly a joke. You know why they provide you food, water, shelter? Why? Think about it for a moment. Why there is a growing sentiment of old age homes? How much time, let me ask you and let me put it this way. If your age is right now anywhere between 25 to 30, this question is directly for you. Okay? How much time do you spend with your parents? And if you do, how much time can you actually spend with your parents? Let me ask all the parents today, do your children spend time with you? Think about it. I want you to seriously think about it. Who think about your well-being? And what is well-being? This question is never answered, and that is why we have a growing distance between parents and children today. And without addressing this, people are trying to answer all different kinds of things. It's not going to work out. And let me give you a reason as to why it will never work out. The reason that it's not going to work out is because there is no seriousness in creating the desired life in a joyful manner. There is stress, there is struggle, there is anxiety, there is worry. All of these things have become the greatest mandate for achieving anything which is as simple as a house, which is as simple as a luxury toy, which is as simple as living your life well. A lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, have become praise, have become a prey to their own inner nature, because their inner nature has been destroyed by the parents. Their inner nature has been completely hijacked by the society, by those people whom they consider as family members, and because of which they feel low inside themselves. They feel bad within themselves. And this feeling of bad feeling, people want to avoid. They cannot avoid this in their office. You try to avoid feeling bad in office, it doesn't work. So you learn to deal with it. You learn methods from people like me. You equip yourself. But if you just want to prioritize your well-being, you don't have to deal with people. So that's where the thought of creating a parallel revenue structure comes into your mind. But this has never ever been told by the parents, because parents, they come from their own limited perspective, limited understanding of life, and they give this propaganda that good life is about achieving good marks. Good life is about getting good name in the society. Good life is about being a good mother, being a good father, being a good sister, giving a good brother, being a good uncle, being a good auntie, being a what not. In this whole process of being good, you will forget to live. You look at the people who have had any access to a limited life also. A limited life. Just think about it. Anybody who even had an access to limited life, they cared for their own thoughts. Who have had great relationship in life, they cared for their own living. They cared for their own ways of life, and this empowered them, this engaged them. This engaged them with life in a very deep way. And this is missing today in the society. This is missing in the society in a very profound way. People lack integrity with themselves. And because they lack integrity with themselves, they get into a mode, they get into a zone where they are compromised, because now the mind has been wired. Substantial level of effort in damaging their self-esteem has already taken place by the so-called people who call themselves as I am somebody who cares for you. This is the dialogue that they say. And in return, what they do? Damage yourself, damage your mind. Because when you lose integrity, you lose connection with yourself. When you lose connection with yourself, all that happens to you is a deep suppression, a deep anger, which gets expressed with the society, which gets expressed in work, which gets expressed with everybody around you. And this expression of suppression, when it takes place in unnecessary quarters, tends to leave and create a very, very wounded society where you can't just smile at people, where you don't see an exchange of joyful smiles. To smile, you need a comedy channel. To smile, you gotta watch a comedy movie. You can't look at people and smile pleasantly. It's not happening. And that is where I asked this question in the very beginning. Who is your well-wisher? My dear ones, you will be shocked to know you don't have any well-wishers. You have people who have self-interest. Parents, why do they provide you with food and water? Most of them think you're going to take care of them. If you don't, they'll tell you, what have you done? We have done this, we have done that, we have done this, we have done that. In return, you have not done anything, and they will keep installing this guilt. Right from the time a child is born, they start installing this. They're looking for an assured old age insurance with trust and liability. And somewhere you become bonded to this liability patterns within. You become bonded to this liability within, which is installed by your parents. And you become bonded to this liability which is installed by your parents, family members. You lose all self-worth and you become a heavy loaded suppressive machine which is going to the market to fulfill other people's dreams and desires. Any number of people today who are paying their EMI in their home loan, I have met them personally, they don't enjoy the process because it's a struggle. Though they enjoy the feeling of having an own house, but this feeling of having an own house also has come in comparison. They want to show to others. They want to call their friends. Because when they go to a party and they say that we don't stay in our own house, people don't value. And where did this also come from? This has also come from the parents. This has also come from the relatives. This has also come from the society. So again, it's a very, very serious question. You gotta ask yourself, who is the person who thinks well about you? And when I asked this question, I turbocharged myself with energy because I knew my guru told me in the lap of the mountains, in the Himalayan regions, I found a treasure that I would not like to compromise with anything, that I cannot trade for anything in this world. That joyful awakening, that blossoming, that feeling wonderful. And then I started focusing on doing more things that I love. And then I realized the significance of the awakening of the lover from within. And that very moment, life started happening more the way I want, both from within and outside. Because when you take control over your inner situations, you have a phenomenal power over life. You have a phenomenal power over doing things. You have a phenomenal power over making situations the way you want. And this is what is required. Now recheck with yourself. How many people have asked you, how do you feel? How many people have asked you, do you prioritize your joy? How many people are simply happy and joyful just because you are simply joyful? How many people would respect you if you were alive and breathing? How many people have told you, I'm happy that you're born? I don't think you need a better, more answer to know this question. Who really cares about your well-being? Nobody cares. You got to start it with yourself, because the world is filled with selfish people. Absolutely selfish people. And it starts from parents. It starts from the society. And then when you realize this truth, you begin to glow from within. And a sense of gratitude emerges from knowing this truth. And then you will be overflowing with gratitude to the people who have shared this with you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are watching this video so far, really care to know who cares for your well-being. Good day.